Nature of gravity, the self-restoring force of space when occupied. The universe is composed of three fundamental elements: time, space, and energy. Time is closely linked to the speed of light. Light is nature's inherent ruler for time, and time is manifested through the propagation of light. Matter exists as condensed energy. Matter is the condensation of energy. When matter and antimatter annihilate each other, they can be completely converted into energy. In modern physics, the strong nuclear force, weak nuclear force, and electromagnetism have been unified. All of these are interactions within the realm of energy and matter. But gravity is fundamentally different in nature. Gravity is not an ordinary force transmitted between particles. Instead, it is an inherent property of space itself. When a celestial body such as a star or planet occupies space, it displaces the surrounding space, causing it to curve. The force that space exerts to return to its original unoccupied state is what we perceive as gravity. This is why gravity cannot be unified with the other three fundamental forces. They belong to entirely different levels in the cosmic structure. Our solar system moves forward in a spiral within the Milky Way. In the direction of movement, space is compressed and its density increases. In the opposite direction of movement, space does not thin out, but instantly returns to its normal state. The process of space returning to normal has no concept of speed. It occurs simultaneously as the celestial body moves away. Gravity itself has no speed. It only involves simultaneity. Simultaneity is the ultimate limit of speed, and nothing can surpass it. If a star suddenly disappeared, the space around it would immediately and synchronously return to its flat state, with no propagation delay in this process. When a planet occupies space, it pushes the surrounding space outward, creating a curve. Space's effort to recover from this displacement is an inwardly directed force. That inward pull is gravity. It's similar to how water rushes back to fill the gap right after a torpedo passes through. Regarding the speed of light, 299,792.458 kilometers per second, whether space is curving outward or collapsing inward, light travels along the paths within that space. Therefore, when space bends, the path of light bends accordingly. This is why faster-than-light travel does not exist. Nothing can outpace the very fabric of space it travels through. On a larger cosmic scale and dimension, the ubiquitous distribution of curved space limits the penetration of light paths. Since light can only travel along space and cannot penetrate curved space, the vast, deep universe we see from Earth appears pitch black. The speed of light is the smallest unit for measuring cosmic space scales. Only the scale of the speed of light can be used to define the overall structure of the universe. Speeds lower than that of light, such as the speed of sound, are only applicable to local media and cannot be used to measure cosmic space. Notably, no star in the universe capable of forming a stellar system has a diameter smaller than the distance light travels in 1 second. Celestial bodies below this scale cannot form complete stellar systems and can only exist as planets or moons. Quantum entanglement is essentially a gravitational phenomenon, a synchronous action of space's recovery force. Two entangled particles share the same segment or frequency band of space-state. Currently, human quantum communication only prepares entangled particles within Earth's local, same curved space, utilizing synchronous correlation to achieve encrypted communication. However, if entangled particles are placed in different space channels and gravitational environments such as the Earth-Sun boundary or outside the solar system, their original shared space state will be disrupted and the entanglement will break. All confirmed quantum entanglement experiments by humans are limited to the small scale of Earth's space, and relevant conclusions cannot be directly extended to the large cosmic scale. Quantum entanglement is a property of space, not merely an intrinsic property of particles, and its existence is highly dependent on the same gravitational and space curvature environment. The spiral motion of the solar system drives Earth to orbit the Sun. This orbital motion allows Earth to maintain a stable distance balance with the Sun within the curved space created by the Sun. If Earth were to stop orbiting, it would eventually fall into the Sun itself. Launching a rocket from Earth's equator receives an additional boost from the planet's rotational centrifugal force, resulting in relatively less resistance. launching from the North or South Pole, encounters nearly the same resistance in all directions. This is because Earth's own local space structure is spherically symmetric, and the influence of its local space recovery force is far stronger than that of the large-scale space gradients caused by the Sun or the Milky Way. This relationship between the local and the global aligns with the concepts of inner trigram and outer trigram in the traditional Chinese cultural classic I Ching Book of Changes. If wormholes were theoretically possible, the time they could remain open would be extremely brief. This is because the existence of a wormhole violates the inherent self-recovery property of cosmic space. The moment a massive celestial body suddenly disappears, cosmic space synchronously returns to its original state. For humans to attempt to open and maintain a wormhole, we would need mass, energy, and force comparable to that of a star or even a black hole. The gravitational waves detected by humans so far, such as through LIGO, are not gravity itself. Gravity is an inherent property of cosmic space, the self-recovery force when space is occupied, and its effect is instantaneous and synchronous, with no propagation speed. The wave signals captured by devices like LIGO are essentially energy ripples generated at the moment space's recovery force acts, as extremely violent celestial movements, such as the merger of black holes or neutron stars, strongly compress and disturb space. These ripples belong to the category of energy. They are phenomena of energy propagation caused by space disturbance, not the propagation of gravity itself. Light, radiation, and electromagnetic waves are inherently forms of waves and particles. They do not change the structure of space itself, but only travel through it. If space is curved, their propagation paths will bend accordingly. The universe uses space to lock in the speed of light, preventing any civilization from traveling far enough. It uses absolute zero, 273.15 degrees centigrade, to lock in time, preventing any existence from lasting long enough. These two walls trap all intelligent life on their respective tiny, isolated islands. Summary: gravity is not an attractive force between objects. Its true nature is the self-recovery force of space after it has been occupied. This thesis was completed in 2019 by Niu Xiaomeng, stage name Li Lang, an inheritor of the academic thoughts of Ni Hexia, a renowned master of traditional Chinese medicine, TCM. Niu Xiaomeng studied under Li Hihua, the daughter of Li Heilin, also known as Li Jianqing, of the Li family of orthopedics in Changzi City, Shaanxi Province. Li Hihua was one of the 7-member medical team dispatched by the Shaanxi provincial government to the 1976 Tangshan earthquake and worked in the orthopedics department of Changzi Urban Hospital from 1958 to 1998. The thesis has been included in his work timeline of TCM development, which has been permanently collected by the Changzi Library in Shaanxi Province, China.